Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. यहाँ सीट किसके लिए खाली रखी है? 4 नहीं बैठो, एक सीट ये खाली है, ये 4 बैठे हैं सामने। ठीक है, ठीक है। अच्छा अच्छा, आप कहते हैं कि कहेंगे तुम क्यों देखती हो?
You are saying, well, why am I looking at where everybody is placed? Now, Dadi is also remembering Brother Sharma. Let us see what Baba will wish to convey through in this gathering. This is such a beautiful creation of Baba. I'm telling some subtle things. It's okay to not take notes, but to catch. It is about the practice that is easy and continuous, that has to be so firm that you can never really say that something happens from time to time, because you are the ones who will be giving blessings. According to drama, you have become those who belong to the bestower of blessings. This is Baba's blessings. You have received blessings as your inheritance, because you are Baba's inheritor children, the direct heirs. If a son is not exactly worthy, then in Lokik, whether one is worthy or not worthy, but they will claim their right to the inheritance. Whereas here, Baba makes many his own. He makes so many his own, and he gives so much love to each one. What do you wish to become? You are Baba's children. Do not forget that you are Baba's children. This little mistake of the world, the worldly world, this attitude of things being mine, whether you try or don't try, whatever the age of a person is, when you come into Gyan and you become Baba's, you have received so much and you continue to receive so much. So now make yourself free, but Baba says, I'm ready to listen to very deep things. Baba tells us deep things every day. My Baba. Cannot forget, because he's mine. You don't forget things that belong to you. Even Dadi is wondering why Brother Neville has gone to that seat.
अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं. फिर मैं कहती हूँ यहाँ बैठा पर चला गया. अच्छा.
Wherever you're sitting, you must pay close attention. Brothers, sisters, what attention should we be paying? That my Baba is there, and he is my Baba. This is very, very good. Baba is mine. Let it emerge from the heart. every moment and at every breath, with every beat of your pulse. It is also said that he is sitting in our eyelashes. We have hidden Baba in our eyelashes. Baba hides us in his eyelashes so that nobody can see us. These are customs of the old days, that mothers and fathers would put some black thread on a small child so that nobody would give him the evil eye. And so Baba, Shiv Baba is the great father, and Brahma Baba is there, and he said, today I do not take birth through a mother's womb, but I am the one who takes avatar. I incarnate directly into the Brahma Baba's body. In the entire human world, in 5,000 years, there is no soul who doesn't take birth through a mother's womb. And he does so much work. If you think about these things, you will realize how extraordinary Baba is. He is my Baba, my personal Baba, and he is so unusual, so extraordinary. In order for Shiv Baba to get his own work done, he made Brahma Baba his companion, and he is the one who cannot be seen through the eyes. Shiv Baba. How did he make Baba his own? Together with his body and all bodily relations, he finished everything off in him. There was a brother who said, I don't believe the idea of surrender. Let me see surrender, someone who's surrendered. Said, from 30 years I've been doing service. Nobody sees me as a surrendered person. So if you don't see yourself as a surrendered person, then who would? If you think my name should be in the list of surrendered people, I should get a room and I should get that kind of service of a surrendered person. But I said, no, we don't think about it like that. In a second, how Shiv Baba came into Baba's body, just incarnated, jumped in. And Brahma Baba's face totally transformed. We saw just light emerging from his face, and we received might. Until today, this is the work that he is doing even in the Avyakt form. Though Shiv Baba doesn't come into birth and rebirth, but Brahma Baba, while in the physical body, had created such a powerful Avyakt stage that it is the Avyakt stage that was doing the work. Do you understand? You're not nodding your heads. I'm telling you very deep things. To know this, to accept this, and to absorb this means that we will be able to make our stage like that too. There shouldn't be the slightest kind of body consciousness, not a sign of arrogance. Just as Brahma Baba was, he was always seen to be beyond the consciousness of the body, this body in which Shiv Baba is sitting. Baba used to say, and it's a matter of great happiness, there's never such a shop or a house where you give it on rent and still you live in it, while the person who rented it is living there. So this is the only house, Brahma Baba's body, and he gives it on loan, And you should take the quality of rent, the amount of rent, according to the quality of the house. And when I tell this story, sometimes people talk about the earning they have earned from an investment. You have given donation and charity. God is the one who has given you the return of that. And he says, I give it to you later on. This is not my job in the Golden Age and Silver Age, but I begin this work in the Copper Age and Iron Age, whether somebody knows or doesn't know. But whatever charity they do, God gives them the return of that. So these forms of faith and beliefs start from the Copper Age and Iron Age. We forgot all these things, but Baba has created these sanskaras in us to give everything without that arrogance, and that has to be there, emerged in the Copper Age, and that sanskar of the Copper Age comes from this time. We have so much benefit from the idea of seeing the Father and following the Father, and we had gone inside, become introverted and recognized Baba. Whatever Murli Baba would speak in the morning, we would think about it through the whole day, churn on it, remember those words and go into the depth of them. And we had a very good experience, so we would never be able to forget that. Whenever you would sit with Baba. Because he is the great Father. Shiv Baba is the Father of all souls. Brahma Baba, in order to establish the new world, his vehicle was taken by Shiv Baba. And so he says, this is not my body, this is his. But in terms of effort, Brahma Baba's effort was such that he didn't have any kind of bodily way of being. He was always beyond the consciousness of sound, beyond sound, because the one above is there. Then in a second he would come into sound from being up above. The one who recognizes the Father and the time makes the effort to become like the Father, because these are the last moments, the last days. And it's a very wonderful thing. Though we may have been 78 years in knowledge, or Dr. Nirmala 50 years and more, some 30 years, 40 years, Wadi, Moni, more than 30 years, but in the effort, Daddy's asking, Reva Ben, how many years? 40 years. In Baba's drishti, Baba never let you go. And I am paying close attention. Those who are living in the household, as husband and wife, do not have that consciousness of husband and wife. That he's a husband and I'm the wife. No consciousness like that. Each one is detached. Baba has given such drishti that nobody can say to me, you belong to me. Even my mother cannot say you are my daughter. This is my experience. My Lokik mother, she came into the path of Gyan, and I liked to serve. She liked to serve.
क्या होता था सुबह को तो
In the
अपने
morning,
सेंटर पर सेंटर अपने जो सेवा स्थान पर
in the service place she was living, and in the evening we were in Karachi, and there were plenty of women who were in bondage now. This lady used to come and I would tell her the knowledge in the evening. I liked it. In the evening, and there was another building where Mama lived. There was Anandi who knew Sindhi and Gujarati, and she knew all the scriptures. She had to come 6 miles. Baba received my report that she can also explain in the evening. And this is how we started to connect with Mama. And so telling the knowledge deeply from the heart has always been very beneficial. Not to give a lecture, but to speak from the heart. So that deep within the feeling, whatever Baba had said, we want to say that. I actually don't know anything else. I have read the scriptures, but I forgot them all. Who am I? So when I say Om Shanti, it's really, who am I? Who belongs to me? And another very deep thing, I'm seeing as a detached observer. So there'll be one who will always, some who will always sit at the back, some who will always sit at the front. It's okay. Each one has their own role. But you're sitting with Baba, you're sitting in Om Shanti Baba, and you're not walking around outside. This is also good. Yesterday night I said, how could we have meditation hall in the Amrit Vela in the meditation hall, but it was really packed full. So I'm here tonight, and so if there is a really big crowd when you're sitting in Amrit Vela, maybe some were sitting in History Hall, but sometimes if it's very crowded, if I give Toli, there'll be a huge crowd. But we have to take work from deep silence within, stillness. Why, if we have to be in a queue, then be in silent queue and come, your turn will come. Shanti means not much noise, not much words, but good quality work and accurate activity. We have to send something to Malaysia. At the present time, the effort should be so easy. We had made a lot of effort in earlier times, and now I went to the kitchen and I went to the tailoring, and I saw there were 3 big rooms where they're sewing all the many different clothes. You go into the kitchen and you see so much food getting prepared, but everyone was in silence doing their work. They smiled, they accepted Toli from me. There are some who they know very nicely how to smile. whenever and wherever I sit. If you have work to do, brothers, mothers, sisters in the tailoring department, lots of sewing machines were there. Oh, so many clothes being made, and everybody lovingly working together in the whole world and in the whole kalpa. To have such a place of service. This service is the thing that creates our fortune, and there are 3 aspects to creation of fortune. First is renunciation. Internal renunciation. And for tyag you have to have vairagya, the state of distaste. It shouldn't be distaste from an emotional reaction point of view, where something happens, then you feel distaste, but then you are not able to have renunciation if you have that kind of vairagya. It has to be an attitude of renunciation. Renunciation from the point of view of your attitude. And then whether you're in activity or lokik or in any other godly task or studying, whatever it is, but it should be without any desire. The attitude of desirelessness. So Baba says you're staying in the household, but as a trustee, you never think of anything as belonging to you. Can't say this is mine. No. You say, I am fortunate, multi-million times fortunate. When I went to London, I had a little Air India bag with 3 saris in it. We didn't even have a toilet bag. I just had a comb. And we got the toothpaste and toothbrushes later on after the Ahmedabad Centre opened. We didn't have that before. We would use sticks. This is how service began. And that's how it began, and now I see how it's become. Now in London, we will offer bhog for Indiraben, but the memorial is really wonderful that has been created. Shashiben will tell about this. Shashi and Reva are her 2 daughters. Please stand. These are the 2 daughters of Indira, and the sister-in-law is also here. So her life was most extraordinary as a yogi. All her children, she got them all married, but her memorial is the practical example of her life is so extraordinary. There is just 1 or 2 others like this. Anandji and Gopal Dada, the father of Shanti. Gopal, why do I keep talking about Sharmaji? You are just instrumentally in the household, but truly a trustee. And then follow Baba exactly. We can't follow each other. It's useful for us to take inspiration from each other. The 2 sisters came and they brought the ashes and put in Naki Lake. So wherever you may leave your body, do they come and bring your bones and drop them in Naki Lake? Those who are alive, with the attitude of renunciation and desirelessness, like her, she did so much service. She would make food, she would wash the clothes. She must have been more than 90. She was
मुझे याद सुना ही नहीं पड़ेगा पर 90 से ऊपर पे मेरे से
She
बड़ी
was
थी
more than 90. I don't know if she was older than me or she was 95, 96.
मतलब तो मैं सारी उसकी स्टोरी को जानती हूँ.
I know her whole story. She would never miss the Murli.
कभी इतने सालों में
in all this many years,
बरसातों की
whether it was bad raining or snow, Shashi would bring people, Shashi, her daughter, would bring people to the center, and even now she is in the family, but the service that she does is more than those who are living here in Madhuban. So what is surrender? To be regular in the study, to be number one in dharana, to be detached even while being in the body, to be detached from the bodily relations, to be without any desires, the attitude of renunciation, and then in the activities, the tasks and the interactions and service without desire, never to think that anything is mine. Baba sees that the child doesn't have that desire, and so then the child is able to remain in the stage of being far beyond, very far beyond, like Brahma Baba. He does a lot of work, even now he does a lot of work. He has such a duty to serve the whole world. Shiv Baba made Brahma Baba his companion. Even now he is. Until destruction, the two are together. The incorporeal and the corporeal, they came together and became the Avyakt one and serve. It is the Avyakt Father who has done foreign service. My Baba has adopted me, but I didn't have that much intoxication from that, but each and every word of Baba's and his, this created the very powerful, deep feeling within me. The song that he would play, and then you would see Baba's face, his intoxication rising once. So, Daddy is going to continue until a little more, because she's not going to give Toli. I will do what Shilu and Shashi tell me. It's not that I'll do only what Baba says, but I have to also do what those who are responsible, they will also tell me. Because there are many things that we have to pay attention on. So the stage of being beyond. So where do you live? Yes, fine, I live. The stage of being beyond. Take drishti from the one above. The drishti of the one above. And then my attitude of being beyond upram. Then when I see Nizar Bhai in front of me, I have a little extra intoxication. So I want to say something so that the world receives a little more. Have you done call of future of power in Jaipur? He is instrumental for the future of power, but all of India gives him love. Why? Because he is doing this work. He doesn't say what he's doing. He just says, I'm here, I'm there, I'm there. He goes on planes. Even I don't ask him where he's going. Is there a brother who is available on service to such an extent So one brother was writing, I'm going to Nairobi, I'm going here, I'm going there. Wherever it is that he is, he has become an example, and there is a lot of service happening through Brother Nazar. So the attitude of renunciation, the attitude of having no desire, he's never saying, I did, but Baba got it done, then what is next? When we had the program for the Million Minutes of Peace at the UN, for peace, we made so many millions of minutes that were dedicated. So I said, well, first I am going to give minutes of peace. And so it turned into billions of minutes of peace. Dadi Prakash Mani got an award for this, for being at peace.
What is next?
And then the question came, okay, this was very good, now what is next? So then people said, oh well, it's a lot of work. But this project produced a lot of service, and it's very important to continue. And so out of Million Minutes of Peace came the project Global Cooperation, where so much cooperation to the whole world was given. In Hindi we say Sahyog. It went throughout the whole world. So what cooperation will we give? We went into the depth of the quality of cooperation. For that, we have to be living economically focused on the one and be together. The Master of all is one. We have to keep this in our awareness. There shouldn't be any moment where you have this thought that I have done something or I have to do something. Be very free in order to create that stage. Baba is there. Do you have the feeling that Baba has surrendered himself to me? Put your hand up if you feel Baba has surrendered himself to me. Because Baba, Shiv Baba says, I can't do anything without Brahma Baba. Though I say, but I need somebody with a mouth and with ears, with a human form. I have selected him. So he says, well, he chose me. Baba also chose me. I was looking for Baba, but he selected me. So that's very nice. So Baba will get it done once with Avyak Bap Dada. Baba had joked, and he said, you shouldn't miss this kiss. He gives a kiss that you mustn't miss. So I said, now, I've seen God giving so much love to everyone. No one will say Baba is not giving love to me. If Baba gives love, but if you don't take it, then what can Baba do? Baba's giving love. Sometimes people get tired or confused, or they get depressed or distressed, then what can Baba do? It's not Baba's fault. You have to remember Baba, but if you can't remember Baba, you remember other things, then what can Baba do? You have to have it.
Unconditional love deta hai.
Baba gives unconditional love, but still there are some conditions.
Parantu hushar bahut hai, condition
He's
bahut
very
डालता है.
clever and he gives many conditions.
जरा भी बुद्धि में हेरा फेरी हुई.
The intellect should not be wandering anywhere.
तो मैं साक्षी होकर देखती हूँ.
I see as a detached
तो इसको
observer,
देखना है साक्षी होकर के.
as a detached observer.
बाबा के साथ का अनुभव सबको है.
Everyone has the experience of Baba being with them,
प्ले करने का.
but to be detached and then play your part in drama, that requires the art. Whatever has happened is good. This is also Avyak Bapdada had made us very firm on this lesson. Whatever has happened is good. Whatever's going on is good. Whatever will happen is very good. Baba taught us this. And practically we see everything is very good. I went to the kitchen, it was amazing. And the faces of those who were cooking were so good. And so how would be the faces of those who were eating? This work of establishment and this plan that God had, we don't know when He made the plan. He'll say, well, it belongs to the previous kalpa, I had done it then. I do everything at the right time. When the time comes, I come. Everyone remembers God at the time of sorrow. No one remembers at the time of happiness. And the whole world is in sorrow now, remembering God. When you get happiness, so are you remembering or are you receiving happhappiness? It's a continuous remembrance, not something that you have to try to have. In bhakti, they talk of chanting, the pilgrimages, all different forms of bhakti, but we don't have anything except Om Shanti, my Baba. Day and night, all these things are going. When I'm sitting in Indraprastha, in Pandabhavan, I have extra intoxication. There is not less. If I didn't have intoxication, then this soul could not run this body. Not just happiness, but intoxication. Who am I? Who belongs to me? What do I have to do? Whatever Baba makes me do, that is what I have to do. That is what I have to do.